This reaction is brought to you by my $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. I would like to thank Andreas Glacial, Ray Schuster, Andrew Graff, at AquaVideo69 on Twitter, B Jabber, Dan Navarro, Ben Loden, Identitech, Jimmy, Kurt David, Mark Ventura, Matthew McLaughlin, Music Addict, Northern Sky, Richard, Support Basic Science Research, Will E., David Mannion, and Sam Gavshak for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel. I appreciate it immensely, and I hope that you all enjoy this video. I'm recording this one day early. Normally I record Wednesday mornings. It's Tuesday afternoon because my schedule is all screwed up this week. But you know what? This is okay. This is okay. We are trucking forward. Life is crazy, but you know what? That's life. It's a super great way to start the video. Very poetic, moving, dense, existential philosophy from me. The kind you normally can expect. How's it going, everybody? I hope everyone's doing well. We are kicking off a new artist on the channel. We trucked through a bunch of REM. I don't even know how many albums we did. 45? I think we did 45 REM albums. And now we're going to do 300 Elliott Smith albums, so that's going to be pretty cool. We're doing pretty much the entire discography. So I've already reacted to Either Or on the channel. So this is coming out, or I'm recording this May 16th, 2023. December 2019 is when I did Either Or. Fantastic album, great indie folk album with a touch of lo-fi on it, pretty good stuff. Really enjoyed it, really enjoyed it. Didn't love the whole thing, but there's just like banger after banger on that thing. It's pretty solid. But we're doing the first album here today, as you can see, and then just Elliott Smith, XO, Figure 8 from A Basement on the Hill, and a New Moon. Not sure if I'm gonna do New Moon in a single sitting. I probably will. It's only just over an hour, and I've done ones that are longer in one sitting. So yeah, this will be pretty cool. This will be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have much else to add here, so I think we're just going to go ahead and jump in here. For those who don't know, I do unedited reactions at my Patreon, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. For $5 a month, you can get access to my entire back catalog of unedited reactions from the Modest Mouse series going forward. That's April of 2021 that I started doing them. And that amounts to just about 60 albums, actually. So for $5 a month, you can get access to that catalog. You can also hop in at the $1 level per month and get access to voting in polls that we do every 2 to 4 albums. Just kind of breaks up the monotony of the artist binges and injects some nice miscellaneous albums to keep things a little bit fresh. So if you'd like to support the channel, it'd be a great place to go and do it. Also got to shout out NordVPN, link in the description for that. Click on my affiliate link and get a great deal on one of the best VPNs out there. Amazing prices compared to other VPNs. Stellar speeds. I've been using NordVPN for years. Encrypt your data, access content from other countries, etc., etc. So check out NordVPN, link in the description for that. Roman Candle. Who's Roman? Do we get to see his candle? So this is the debut from Elliott Smith in '94. He was already making music with Heat Miser. In fact, on the cover is a picture of Neil Gust from Heat Miser and a friend, Amy, taken by the Heat Miser and then girlfriend of Elliott Smith, JJ Gonson. He recorded this album in her basement, and it was apparently on like a 4-track using a Shure SM57 and an inexpensive Radio Shack dynamic microphone. So this is going to be lo-fi as hell, probably. Super quick, 30 minutes, just in and out. And it sounded like he didn't even really intend for the album to like get a big release. He was only expecting maybe like a deal for a 7-inch single. But then Heat Miser manager, his girlfriend, played the album for Cavity Search, a label, and they immediately wanted to release it in its entirety. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is Roman Candle. I don't really have a whole lot to get into here. I'm just very eager to see like what his solo beginnings were here. We have 9 tracks, No Name 1 through 4, and then No Name 5 is on Either Or. I don't even remember that track, actually. And I re-listened to that album like in the last few months, so that's just goes to show how good my memory is. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add, so I think we're going to go ahead and begin with the first track, Roman Candle.
He played himself in hell. He could be cool anything. Wanna give him pain. I'm a Roman candle. My head is full of flames. I wanna hurt him. I wanna give him pain. This pretty bird.
That's some good stuff. The thing about Elliott, Mr. Smith, if you will, Steven, is that he's not just like a folk artist, because like you think of someone like Justin Vernon from Bon Iver, and like he's able to like basically like on For Emma Forever Ago, he's able to take like a basic folk guitar playing normal chord strums about as far as you could take it, right? Same with like Neutral Milk Hotel. It's like just normal like bar chords on a guitar, and just like really like elevate it, but like you can really only push it so much. With Elliott, he was composing, he was arranging riffs and guitar lines, and like I think of like Kings of Convenience with how intricate their 2 guitar lines interweave over each other. They're like perfectionists about that. If you haven't checked out Kings of Convenience, they're like the polar opposite of Elliott Smith. They're very cozy, and not smoky at all. But yeah, with Elliott Smith, like he's able to layer instruments and come up with like some really compelling composition and phrasing in his songs. Like Needle in the Hay is a great example. It's the only track I've heard off the next album. But anyway, great start. Let's keep going with Condor Avenue.
Oldsmobile out past Condor Avenue, and she locked the car and slid horse. I threw the screen door like a bastard back and forth to try to with your clothes or your letters. It'll make a whisper out of here. Out past Condor Avenue, cops are running around the scene, looking her in your Oldsmobile driving by the moon. Headlights burning. Na, 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 na.
It's just solid stuff. Like, those aren't necessarily my favorite type of Elliott Smith tracks, but like his ability to like weave in and out of like modulate through different like chords is just like somewhat mesmerizing. Good stuff. I still love Roman Candle a lot more than that, but it's still good. Okay, now we have the No Name trilogy. No Name number 1. Again with like just the nice riffs, you know. Doom, 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 doom. It's catchy, melancholy, sweet, sad, all that stuff, you know, from Elliott. Good. 3 for 3, man. Digging it. As good as either or? Probably not, but like I think I have a soft spot for this early Elliott. It's pretty killer. No Name number 2.
Great hands picked up the telephone ring. Do you know who you? Or I'm light here on the ground, a strip of wet crime won't stop this crime, killing time. I only go in to be kicked out. He got knocked. Killing.
Probably my least favorite so far, but it's still like perfectly fine. It was just maybe a little like I wouldn't say not much momentum, but like a little bit of a plateau. But like it also just kind of feels like a nice like bridge track getting you to the next thing. So we'll see how that fits in the album flow after we listen to No Name number 3.
Arrived too late. I might so home to a wow. Come on now. Home to oblivion. Come on. So
Nice. Pretty good. Again, it's like Elliott Smith has always been like really influential for me as far as like a singer songwriter and a like acoustic guitarist. Um, because like, has anyone seen that video of him doing like the songwriting lesson? If you look up Elliott Smith, like gives a songwriting lesson, I watched it, and after like everything he said in the video was like, yeah, that's like exactly what I have learned from your music, more or less, is like just his ability to do so much with so little, and just like lean more on the music theory and the ability to compose rather than just be like that folk guitarist. So compelling. Drive all over town.
color pictures from a photo booth. Oh, in the half light, smiling full of tea, clenched tight, got over that whole deal before it happened. Life all over town. Life all over town. Life all over town.
Cool. So again, like Condor, kind of like my least favorite type of Elliott Smith tracks that I've heard. Um, I still like no flack, no shade being thrown at it. I think it's still really great songwriting. The tracks that he does where it seems like he tries to like fit in a bunch of like weird modulations and chords, just because they sound cool. I feel a little unmoored as I listen to them because it's always constantly like shifting, which for some people that's probably like it could be your favorite type of Elliott Smith track, right? And I fully understand that. I just get more out of tracks like Roman Candle, Needle in the Hay, etc., etc. Okay, we're approaching the end here. No Name number 4.
She got out before he hurt her bad. Up and didn't look back. I'm okay, let's just forget. In her bag, I saw things she drew. Back inside with one ear to the ground. I held okay, let's just not talk about it.
If you say so, buddy. Man, I'm trying to like know which No Name was which. I want to say I liked 1 and 3 the most, and 2 and 4 the least. I can't remember though. It's okay. Favorites so far: Roman Candle. One of the No Names, I think it was number 3, is probably my favorite. Yeah. Last Call, track number 8. Let's see what we got.
Last call, keep at home. Told they'll come to haunt you, but you didn't tell a walker, and you just walk away. And that's all. He was sick of it all. The endless. Wanna continue. It'll all be yesteryear soon. Church bell service, and I'll go to pray, and I'll sing the praises of my Maker. Waiting for sin to overtake me.
Always with the toilet flush every time. That was pretty good. Again, another type of Elliott Smith track I'm not always into, or the more like rocky, dark ones. What was the one on Either Or that was like that? Cupid's Trick? Pictures of Me? I don't remember. Wasn't there a rocky one on that album? I can't recall. This was pretty cool though, and I was curious. I'm pretty sure I'm listening to the remaster by Larry Crane. And apparently the idea was like it's the original mixes, but he kind of like polished it, like got some guitar squeaks and like hard consonants were like a little too like clippy, so he kind of put those down, equalize the tracks a little bit better, just to kind of match the volume of the rest of Elliott's later catalog. But none of it is like remixed from the master tapes. It's still all of Elliott's mixes himself, which like this isn't that lo-fi of an album. It sounds pretty crisp and full, so that's pretty impressive. Tony Lash, mixing assistant. I don't know, was Elliott Smith technically the producer on this? I guess so. Really impressive stuff, especially for 94. Yeah, cool track. I'm really interested to see what Kiwi Maddog 2020 is going to be like, so let's close this out. Cool. Instrumental with a guy named Pete Krebs doing snare and cymbal, who also helped out on No Name #1 apparently. Didn't even notice that there was percussion. Cool. You got that like slack guitar, the surf western kind of sound. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so Roman Candle. It's very nice. It's very nice. Super approachable. Pretty simple to a degree, but like all of his strengths are here. Like they're not as honed or refined as they might be later. And granted, like even knowing Needle in the Hay coming up, by the time I get to Either Or, it's he's kind of like moved on from this in a way. But I really have like a soft spot for this type of sound and this type of composition and songwriting. It's really compelling to me. Very eager to re-listen to this one again, kind of figure out how I feel about the No Name songs, because it's so hard to remember, like, do I like 1, 3? But title track was by far my favorite, really nice. Last Call was pretty solid. This outro was nice as well. Yeah, really only like maybe 3 tracks that I was just kind of like, it's not my favorite type, like I said, but it not really much of a dud here. Pretty impressive. Good job, Elliott. You did it. You really did it. Anyway, that's that. Roman Candle done. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And I'm very eager to see where it goes just 1 year later with the self-titled album coming up next. So stay tuned for that. Well, everyone, that was it. Quick video because it's a short album and not a whole lot to say, but I was very pleasantly pleased with that. I wasn't expecting it to be bad. I was expecting it to just maybe be kind of like, oh, that's Elliott Smith before he, made the great stuff. But pretty solid and good production too. Like for the lo-fi production of just doing it in a basement, like I can't even really get my stuff to sound that good. But yeah, anyway, so Roman Candle checked off the list. Moving on to the self-titled album next. Things to plug, of course, yet again, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. $5 a month, unedited reactions, of which this will be one, as well as $1 a month voting in the polls. If you want to support the channel, it'd be a great place to do it. It would be highly appreciated. Also, got to plug the Discord, link in the description for that one. Got about 170 or so members over there. Been kind of too busy recently to stop in and see how everyone's doing, but we got a lot of music discussion, Topster Charts memes, all the fun stuff about music. So if you want to join the community of this man, that's where you can do it. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm all done. Excuse me. So yeah, like I said, been kind of busy recently, but I'm trying to get back into the streaming, which I had to kind of take a few weeks off here and there. It was really slow, but we're getting back in with the Berserk. Going to be doing more of the FL Studio streams, and yeah, that's really all I got for you guys. Excited to keep trucking with Elliott Smith. I've liked everything that I've heard from him. I have not heard a song from him where I'm like, except for maybe 1 or 2 off of Either Or, and some stuff on this I didn't vibe with, but it's like, it's not bad. It's not bad. He's a good songwriter. He was a good songwriter. Rip, buddy. So yeah, that's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, Godspeed.